welcome to all of you. Today I am going to discuss you the process of supervised image classification on QGIS. Okay, so before I am going to discuss the supervised classification, I just show you. If you look at your syllabus, there is a topic that is the process of supervised image classification using SCP plugin or semi-automatic classification plugin. Okay, so before I'm going to start the process, I just telling you, please check your plugins and ensure that the semi-automatic classification plugin was already installed. Just check the install menu and see here the semi-automatic classification plugin was installed already, so no need to install again it. So close it and go to the main project. So first of all, I have to open the satellite image on which I am going to run the supervised classification process. So go to add raster layer, or you can go through the layer and add layer and add raster layer. Okay, so then go to browse, then go to the destination folder where I kept the image on which I will run the classification process. So this is my image, that is a LISS-III image. Select this image and open, add, and last close the window. So now you see the LISS-III image opened in the layer panel. So go to the zoom pool, next close it, this image. So this is your satellite image. Now go to SCP tools, band set. Okay, and then go to multi-band image list. So now go to the browsing option and then select the image and open. So now this image is opened in semi-automatic classification plugin. So minimize this window and go to the RGB option in semi-automatic classification plugin. So this is the plugin where SCP tools are available. Okay, and this is another panel, is it SCP doc panel, and make sure that if it is open or not open. Okay, go to the view and panel. If it is not open, so go to the panel value, panel view, and check it SCP doc. Okay, so now click on the outside of the option. Okay, then go to the RGB option. Now type here. We know that if you want to standard false color composite on LISS-III image, so I have to select the combination of band, that is 3 hyphen 2 hyphen 1, and then enter. So now see, the LISS-III image is now in standard false color composite. Okay, so next go to the SCP doc, then training input, and then next create new training input. Click on this option and give a name for creating a training input, and I want to save it in desktop and in a specific folder. Okay, I have made it before this process run. Next, give the name of training input. Just I am giving the name as training input, then save. Now your training input file is open in layer panel. Okay, next just you think about that, how many class you want to specify here. So in my previous video I have discussed a lot how to identify the features, how to identify the features on the satellite image, on the standard false color satellite image, for particularly LISS-III image. And now you just take the ROI polygon. ROI stands for region of interest. So using this ROI polygons, I can make a particular polygon on a specific feature and collect it for a training sample for the classification. So if you want to collect the sample, training sample, that is signature sample, so you have to more than one signature sample. So if you collect more and more sample, so your classification will be better and better. Okay, so now click on the ROI, create on polygon, and zoom it. Just scroll your button, mouse wheeler, and then collect the simple. Just click on and go forward, and then if you want to close it, just right click. Okay, next if you want to take another signature sample, so press the control button in your keyboard and then complete the polygon and right click. Next again press your control button and collect the sample. Okay, so three samples are sufficient for a class. Now here in the training input panel, see is MCID. MCID means macro class ID and CID means class ID, and MC name is stands for macro class name and C name for class name. So if I giving here macro class name, that is vegetation. Vegetation. Okay. So class name, if you do not want more than one class in a macro class, so you just give the name in both macro class and class name, same name. So I do not want to classify more than one class for vegetation, so I am giving here same name for both macro class and class. Vegetation. Okay, and now save. The process will be run. Just wait for a second. It's taking time. Just wait for a moment. Okay, now done. So I can change this color also. So this number indicates macro class ID and this is macro class name, and this number indicates class ID and this is class name. So I can change the color if I want to do so. So I just giving this color. Okay, and here also I can make changes in class color also. Now I am going to change a macro class. Okay, so you just increase the value here 2 and change the name. So new class will be as water 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 bodies. Okay, so here also again I do not want to so many class, so that's why I am giving here same name as macro class water bodies. And now I'm going to take signature sample, then last right click, next go to this part, okay, here remember that you have to press the control. If you do not this, the polygon will be automatically erased. Okay, I have collected 2 signatures. I have to one more signature. Control press and then take the signature, right click. Okay, so I have taken 3 signatures polygon, and now go to save training input, save. Just a moment. Okay, so water bodies, make changes. Okay, now I'm going to make third class. So it may be agriculture, agriculture, and class name will be also agriculture. Agriculture area, this part. Okay, I'm going to another sample, training sample. Just press the control button and complete your polygon. And next, save. Okay, so agriculture field color will be yellow, so I am giving the yellow color. Next I am going to class 4. So here I am going to take the signature for settlement. So class will id, class name so will be settlement. Okay, now these are the settlements area. So okay, press the control, and complete settlement. Okay, now save. Just wait a moment. Now it's completed. So settlement will be red. I'm giving the red color. Okay, now I'm going to wasteland. So micro class ID will be 5 and the name will be wasteland. So this area save. And just change the okay. So I have taken all the signature values of the 5 land use land cover classes. Now I'm going to SCP tools menu. Okay, here you have to go through band processing. Okay, so band processing here, classification. You can use class ID for classification either, or macro class ID. Okay, so which you want to take as class ID, so you just check it. If you want to class ID, so check it class ID, or if you want to use macro class ID, so check box left side of the macro class ID. Okay, so band set will be always 1 because I have created just only one band set. When I open the image, let's see, this is the band set 1. So now go to classification, and the algorithm, it is basically always used for maximum likelihood, and don't check other option here, and just minimize here and check your classification what is going to be actually. Active classification preview pointer, and click on your image. You will get basically the classification preview. Okay, so this is classification preview. Okay, now click here. So this is your classification. This is your classification. Click here. Just identify, is it right or wrong. So almost it is right. So now I am going to again semi-automatic classification and run option. So click on the run option. So when you click on run option, computer will ask you file name, which will be saved as your land use land cover classification file. The format will be tfile.tif. So name your file name for your output classification product. So I am giving the name LULC underscore LISS underscore 3. Okay, I am giving also date. Okay, so now save it and wait for a moment up to the process completion. So my classification already has been completed. Now see, this is your classified image, supervised classified image. So now here is the temporary layer. Actually you can remove this layer from your layer panel. It was created when you run this classification preview pointer. So it does not need here. So supervised classification completed. So now if you want to prepare a layout annotate map, so you just go to project menu and then new print layout. Just give a name. I suppose give a name LC LISS underscore LISS-III. Okay, 18. Okay, so now layout options will be open. Now go to add a new map to the layout. Click here and just click on the page where you want to keep the image. Click and drag. Okay, so this is my image. Okay, so now I have to give latitude, longitude. Go to item properties and see here x and y coordinates. So just see here how much difference there. So just 88.08 and 88.27. So the difference almost 0.19, almost 0.19, and according to y the difference is almost 0.15, 114. So next go to grid, add new grid, click on this and modify grid. Then you just select the solid, it will be selected, no change needed. Next interval, give your interval, just give 0.5. So now here the longitudes are plotted. Now give for y 0.5. So lines are plotted. No need to change here any other option. Now go to draw coordinates. You just draw coordinates, decimal, minute with suffix. Okay, suffix, and go to the coordinate precision. you just minimize this and set 0. So now see all the coordinates spaced here with direction. Okay, so next step is I have to give scale. So click here, give the scale. Okay, so scale will be plotted. Change here, the segments are left and right. So left side is actually left side of 0. So if I want to show the secondary division of this linear scale, so just how many secondary division you want to keep here. So click, I want to keep here just 2. Okay, and right at right here is also available 2, but I want to keep 3. Okay, no change needed. Next, you just go to style. A single box is available here. You just change it and go to the double box. Okay, and set it in middle portion, drag it, and then you just sort it. Okay, then click on the map and you just check the frame. Okay, item properties frame. Okay, next go to the legend. So this is the legend. Add a new legend. Click on this and click here. Okay, middle and okay. So this is your legend. You can modify this by change the item properties. When you select the legend on the layout, so the panel will be open. You just check up this box auto update, and then unnecessary legends you can remove from this legend. So I do not need this, so I can select it and this remove option, minus option, click it, so it will be removed. Then training input, so training input also I do not need. You just click it here, and I also just backspace and okay. Can also oh, oh no. So hidden, if you hidden this, right click and hidden, and then you just edit this, double click and hit backspace. Okay, so every class you can edit. I just double click on the class and backspace, so number will be removed. Okay, okay. And then if you want to this hidden, so no problem. Next, give the frame and you just add a text, legend heading. You just add and just click here and edit this index. Okay, so if you want to change the font and style, go to this menu, bold, and I can size increased. Okay, so next, so legend is completed. Then I'm going to add a north line. Click on this symbol and drag. So already it is added in this layout. So next and last part is heading. So just click and OK. So now give the heading land use and land cover map. So you just extend this box and space it in middle portion of the map and change the font style, increase your size, text size, and again this extend the box and keep it the proper position. So this is the layout. So if you want to see on 1:1 100% zoom, so click on this and check it. So all the elements of the map I have given: heading, latitude, longitude, north line, index, and also scale. Okay, if you want to scale as RF, so again you just click on the scale and click here. Okay, so here again a linear scale placed here, so you just change it, single box style, single box, don't choose the single box, go to the numeric. Okay, so this is the RF value. You just drag it, and keep here, and now add a text left side of this RF and write here RF and accurately space this. Okay, so RF is here, just change your fonts. Okay, RF is here, so scale is given. So now I have completed layout. Okay, so if you want to save it as image or PDF, so you just, if you want to save it as image, click on the export as image and just a minute, you just open your folder when you want to save it. I am going to my folder and save it as JPG format and saved. Okay, so no change are needed. Go to save. Okay, so export layout, successfully exported layout as JPG. Now if you want to make it as PDF file, so go to export as PDF and save, and go to your destination folder and save. So see here, the file format is PDF format and save. So no change, no option change is needed here. Go to save. So now see export layout successfully exported. So this is the total process of supervised classification, and then last I have discussed about how to prepare layout. Okay, and now after the completion of this process, just click on the save project, not save project, save as template. No need to save project, you just cancel it and go to, if you want to save this project, so go to project and save. Okay, to QGIS files and name LULC. Okay, and go to your destination file, which is my destination GIS, which is in desktop. So go to the destination folder and give the name. I have also given it. So then save. So total project of this QGIS project has been saved. Okay, so if you want to remove this layer, or if you want to close this project window, so you can again open this project, which name is LULC QGIS, which is saved in my destination folder. So this is the total process of supervised classification. In next video I will discuss how to edit the class, how to edit this class, and what is the post processing of this classification, how to create classification report, how to manage this class. So I will discuss. Thank you.